Hey y'all, I don't know about y'all, but it is one of my most favorite times of the week. It is Tap In Tuesday, so let's tap in. So over the last couple of weeks, this is something that I've been thinking about, and I actually thought that we would discuss it on last week, but there was a little change of events. But I want to continue our conversation of how we can daily, regularly, in an ongoing manner, practice self-care. Make sure that we take care of ourselves so that one, we don't become overwhelmed and stressed and experience burnout, and we're able to operate at our maximum potential. We're able to consistently go forth, consistently pursue, consistently arise to fulfill purpose. And this week I want to suggest to you that we manage our emotions. Yes. So we experience a range of emotions. I can list them on and on. I can give you several of them, but we know all those emotions that we experience. Some of us experience some of the same ones. Some of us experience different emotions. We all handle the emotions differently. We all then, and emotions can or has the possibility or the capability of affecting each of us differently. One thing that I have learned in my own personal life, personal situation, in my interaction and engagement with family, friends, colleagues, clients, is that a lot of times we do not address our emotions as they arise. Most often, we allow things to build and stack and mound up before we actually do something with that emotion. And most times, when we end up doing something with it, it's because that emotion has caused some type of blowout, it has caused some type of conflict, it has caused something that we do not desire or we didn't intentionally desire to happen as a result of that emotion. So that's why I want to say to you this week, this Tap In Tuesday, that it is super important to address emotions as they arise. Well, let's just call it emotion management. When you are feeling sad, deal with that thing right then. When you're feeling angry, deal with it right then. When you are super, super excited and you want to share something, do it then. When you are feeling an immense amount of love or lack thereof, handle it, address it then. Go to that person then and let them know that you are you love them and that you care about them. And those thoughts are, let a person know that you're feeling unloved, that you're feeling, some type of disconnect in whatever connection you may have had. When you are feeling anxious and worried and stressed, deal with it now. Deal with it as it arises. Deal with it at that very moment, because otherwise those things begin to build up and cause other areas of conflict or barriers or limitations for us. A lot of times we see people who are experience maybe episodes of depression or extreme anger, anxiety, who eventually once they've reached their max, their cap, and to a capacity where they can't really function anymore, they either lash out at other people, they resort to isolation, secluding themselves from other people, or they become very mean, just individuals we don't want to hang around, we don't want to be around. And so we find that they also, something you may not know if you've not experienced it, they beat up on themselves. So internally, mentally, emotionally, they are tearing themselves down for the way that they feel. When I have found, if we just deal with that emotion when it arises, it will not have such a negative impact on us as it does when we don't. When we excuse it, when we put it on the back burner, when we put it on the shelf and say, I'll deal with it later, or it's not that big of a deal right now. If you're experiencing an emotion, if you're feeling something, it is a big deal. If it's bothering you, it is a big deal. If it's on your mind, it is a big deal. If it is something that is causing your mood to shift, causing you to change in what you do and how you handle situations, it is a big deal. And it's important for you to handle it. How do you handle it? You may talk to somebody. You may journal about it. You may pray about it. You may find some type of music that helps soothe that and speak to that. You may find yourself doing meditation. You can do anything to address that. A lot of times what I like to do is I find someone that I can really trust and I talk to them about it. I get it out. But then more than that, I pray about it. I really pray, and I see God and say, I'm experiencing this emotion. I need you to help me. And other than that, I listen to music that helps minister to that area that I'm feeling. If it's anger, sadness, feelings of overwhelming, feelings of being confused, feelings of rejection or loneliness, those things that tend to eventually have a negative impact on my functioning, on my engagement or interaction with other, and ultimately on my pursuit to fulfill purpose. I cannot let anything get in the way of me and purpose. I cannot allow anything to distract me or deter me from fulfilling purpose, and that includes emotions. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. You cannot allow anything to deter you from fulfilling your purpose. You cannot allow anything to stop you from arising to fulfill the purpose for which God created you for. And that includes your own personal emotions, whether they are self-inflicted or someone else triggered them, whatever the way another situation has caused them to come about. You cannot afford to allow your emotions to take you out of your best self, to take you out of your operating in your maximal potential, in order to take care of you, in order to take care of the things you need to do, and in order to fulfill purpose. So this week, I want you to intentionally be mindful of your emotions, and as they arise, address them, handle them. Don't allow them to lean over into another day, into another week, into another month, another year, another decade, another project, another assignment, another relationship. Do not allow your emotions to take control over you, your life, your purpose, what you are meant to do. Manage your emotions. If you need help doing so, I always recommend seeing a counselor, seeing someone that can help you work through those things, teach you some dynamic skills that help you regulate or manage emotion, so that it does not distract you, it does not interfere with, it does not cause you to stop your arising to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. You guys have a great day. I'm sorry I took too long today, but make sure this is something good. This is something that I believe we all face at some point in life. Share it with somebody. Make sure they get the message, and make sure that you are intentional about managing your emotions this week and from here on out. Have a good one. See y'all next week.